we're now in our midweek report, and I have a special report that for those of you who might just be joining us, we're talking about something very unique, which I call the Path to Home Ownership. And this is a program that we used a whole bunch back in the late 80s, in the 90s, and even in the early 2000s. And then, of course, with the big recession and everything going on, there was sort of a change in the focus. We were helping a lot of folks who had distressed properties, landlords that were upside down in their rentals after the Great Recession. And so we kind of put this on the back burner while we were helping investors and so forth. And now that we're in a completely different environment now, that this program here really fits well in this economy where loans are still very hard to get. They're still looking for the best credit scores, the verifiable income, the days of, state your income, write down your assets and approve a loan. Those don't exist. And there's still people who have some dents and bruises. And here we are once again in a difficult economic situation, thanks to COVID, thanks to the unemployment. And so if you are still have a job, or if you are back on the job, but we're in forbearance, for example, if you elected the forbearance and then find out that perhaps you need to sell, here's an opportunity to get back into home ownership literally within 90 days of selling your other property. In fact, we can even help you. It actually would probably even help out the program if selling your property and then crediting you in. This is the really cool part, because this is an interesting way where we have a work for equity program. We have down payment assistant grant information. We have a whole number of ways to help folks that otherwise are not eligible for bank financing to be able to get into their home. And that's why we call it the Path to Home Ownership. And it depends where you are on the ladder. And basically what we've designed, and to make it very simple and easy to understand, we developed a ladder, if you can just imagine the steps. Now, it starts out by simply becoming a member of our Path to Home Ownership. And you can do that. And we have newsletters and tips and instructions on how to get everything started. And so that begins at the level that's right for you, right? Depends on where you are on the steps, but at least you'll be able to identify. So you start out, for example, bronze members step up towards home ownership while renting. We'll help them to find a rentable property, and it may even be the property that they end up buying. Doesn't have to be. There isn't a commitment. What we're doing is that we're setting you up on the path to home ownership, and we're making sure that we're aligning all of the things that a bank in the future would allow, so that you become just as lendable as the other A credit people out there. So bronze members step up to toward home ownership while still renting. So if you're a renter out there and you're wondering, am I eligible? Am I locked in? Even if you're renting somewhere else, we can start you in the path to home ownership. And what we'll do is we'll show what the affordable levels would be that are in line with the income that you already have. And then we allow you, and you can show by making extra payments, fully refundable extra payments into a down payment account to build your fee, your down payment, to be able to get into the next level of the membership. So that's our bronze level. Let's call the next level the silver level. The silver level is what many people refer to as rent to own. Now you are renting for sure in the property that you would like to own. So we want you to treat it like you already own it, because if you follow our steps, you will. This is only up to you whether to do it or not do it. We're going to lock ourselves in, hoping and helping that you'll be able to buy the property. So membership has its privileges. As I mentioned, silver members earn monthly bonus down payment credits for on-time payments. Very important, because we're trying to build the habits and the criteria which we're going to document to then be able to provide to a future lender to show how you've been good ever since being in the rent to own program, which has other advantages to the lenders in the conventional sense. So that's our silver membership. Next, I want to talk about the gold. When you reach the gold level there, now we're talking about something like an agreement for deed. And this is now where you're actually on title. You're not just renting to own. You're on title. There's an agreement, a payment plan for you to have the deed in your name. And gold members, they earn in-house financing. So now you're getting real financing, real title. You enjoy money-saving tax deductions at this level, at the gold level, while building your credit score at the gold level. And in fact, we start building your credit score way before that. But at this level now, we're documenting the equivalent of a mortgage payment, which we can document to the credit bureaus. This is stuff that reports on your credit report, thus building your credit report at the mortgage level. And so our goal is to get you eligible for the lowest cost bank loans out there today at 3%. Now, you're not going to start when you're not paying it directly to a conventional bank, putting 20% down, verifying the income and everything, jumping through the needle of the eye of a needle for a bank. It's not going to be those rates. It's going to be higher than that. But it's not about the rate. It's about the access to home ownership. So then once you have placed, gold members are then placed with qualified and experienced mortgage professionals, some of them in-house, that will make sure that you are bona fide with a blue ribbon, qualified to be able to buy that house and then convert the mortgage and everything else to the best loans out there. And that's when you graduate to what we call a platinum member, and that is ownership, full ownership. And in fact, you heard us talking about earlier about the credit accelerator, the credit score accelerator, and the equity accelerator. We will start giving you all that inside information as one of our platinum level on the path to home ownership, so that you have all the information. In fact, remember, we can show you without having to pay extra and come up with additional money, how to accelerate and pay off that mortgage even faster. Just imagine if you started out at a higher interest rate, we help you to refinance to a lower interest rate through the bank. And if you continue to make that exact same payment, you would for sure pay off your mortgage faster. And we can show you how to even accelerate that. In fact, we can show you which we do on our workshop on the equity accelerator on Mondays, where we show you how to lower the effective rate. And so even if you went out and got a 3% mortgage, we can show you how to lower it to below 3% without having to refinance that mortgage. Like I said, if you want to attend that, then type the word equity to 561-861-2366. Now, as I mentioned, at the platinum level, so I just make sure that I get all the way to the top. At the platinum level, it's pop the cork. It's time to celebrate and pour yourself and us a glass of champagne for the hard work that we did together. And the final step, you have established enough down payment and credit score to qualify for a new lowest interest rate bank loan, maybe even an FHA loan with the down payment and the credits that you've earned from on-time payments. And now you've got the ability even to access the credit if you want to start investing in real estate. We will take you up to the platinum level and beyond if you want to walk that path with us. So that's what I wanted to share with you on today's midweek report. This is kind of timely information for the marketplace right now, especially with everything that's going on in the marketplace, all of the quote unquote uncertainty. Everyone's got the election fatigue, they've got the corona fatigue, they've got the unemployment fatigue, and the sheltering in place fatigue. But here is a positive note. And again, if you want to get more information and if you want to talk to us for a complimentary, no cost, no obligation, more details on how you want home ownership faster, if you want to pay off faster, then we're going to show you how to do that. All you have to do, give us a call again, the toll-free number, 888 888-595-7779. That's 888-595-7779. You can step up easily with these additional ways. Like I said, if credit repair is something that's necessary, ugly credit can be made pretty, so we can help you get a new loan. And remember, all of these steps right here are, when you become a member, you're going to get a whole bunch of information. When you step up the ladder, you go to gold. We show you how to start building that down payment. 100% refundable. So you lose, you risk, you lock up nothing. You're going to see, in fact, you're going to want to walk with us along the whole path, because this is done so well for you that that's why we don't have to lock anybody into any of these situations. This is basically done with you. You can do it yourself if you want, but a lot of this is even done for you. And we refer you to the right professionals who get the job done, who do this day in, day out, and do all of the filings, all of the follow-ups for you. And you can even track your progress online, which is also really, really cool. So that's what we've got for you today on this edition of the Midweek Report. We're ready to go. We hope that you'll give us a call once again, 888-595-7779, or contact us at automaticlandlord.com. Well, that's it for today. This is Eric Willner signing off. Drive safe. Remember, wash those hands. Make it a great day. Bye-bye. Here we go.
Thanks for listening to The Real Estate Show, brought to you by Capital One Group, LLC.
So we did our 2 shows today, our new time, 5 o'clock. Love the feedback that we're getting. If you like it, give us a shout. If you have suggestions or ideas, give us a shout. You can do it here on our Facebook. You can do it here on our YouTube. You can do it on automaticlandlord.com. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up our YouTube. Take care, Brian. Thank you. And